So our first speaker tonight is Mark Thomson. It's got a cool name, from We Big Business.
I'm the big one.
So, hand over to Mark. Thanks, Mark.
Cheers, thank you. Great to be here, by the way. Good to see Amazon's new offices. I've got to just fiddle around with this and stick it in here. Bit of fiddling. Great. And also, it's lovely to see the youngest Agilist in the whole of Scotland here, which is Alba. So welcome, Alba, who is how old? 9 months. Get that. So I'm Mark Thomson from We Big Business with my colleague and friend Carrie McAvoy, who's sitting here somewhere in the audience as well. Hand up. There's Carrie. There he is at the back. So we're 9 weeks old. We're a startup, and we help small SMEs with growth and agile innovation, an agile approach. That's what we do. So what I'm here to do is give you a Pechakucha talk. So it's 20 seconds per slide and 20 slides. This was started in Japan, 2003. They do Pechakucha meetups. And it's a way of cutting through the crap and keeping presentations really specific. Okay, started really by Toyota and developed through more engineering. We had a lot of people talking about different subjects. It's 20 seconds per slide, and that's what we're going to run with today. Okay, I've done one of these before in Glasgow. It's my second one in Edinburgh, so very much test and learn. The topic of it is Agile and look at the principles of Agile. So we work with a variety of different companies and have done for the last year and a half. It's really sharing the experiences of what Agile means to them, whether it be the methodology or the mindset they have to make Agile work in terms of the grow bed and test bed for that. Okay, and it's also just good fun. It's good fun to be part of these projects. The first thing I want to do is be kind of Marty McFly, but just step back in time and say, right, where does the concept of Agile come from? Because to get that context and look back historically, we can then get more of an understanding of kind of how it's evolving now. Because it is a concept that's continually evolving. It means different things to different people. So where did it all begin? If we look back in time, it started actually with Francis Barron. So in 1620, Francis Barron was a physician that looked at kind of testing medical hypotheses. So rather than assuming someone was dying of scarlet fever, he would test why. Then Walter Shewhart in 1930 looked at more of a methodology around plan, do, study and act. So the concept of kind of test and learn and think and make. Then in 1950, Deming worked with Shewhart. So he took some of these methods forwards in Toyota and trained a lot of their senior managers about how to do this more effectively. And one of the big gurus of that was Tachi Ono. So he was one of the kind of mafia around Toyota, and also it helped develop the X-15 hypersonic jet, and Toyota developed their just-in-time system using Agile. That led to 1986, where Takuchi and Nonaka published the new Products Innovation and Development game in the Harvard Business Review, and they talked about this concept of relay, so handing the baton on to people, or Scrum, where people all work together and pitch in and help each other out. And that's where Scrum first developed as a concept. That was then taken forward by Jeff Sutherland when he worked in a software company with a passionate All Black supporter, Ken Schwaber. And they developed the concept. And then basically in 2001, in a little ranch in Utah, 17 Agilists got together and developed the whole concept around Agile methodology. So that is a whistle-stop tour in terms of what Agile methodology, where it grew up and where it started. So what I want to do now is look at methodology versus culture. Because it's not just the methodology that brings Agile to life. It's actually the mindset of the people in the business and the structures that support that. And that's what we find in our experience of working, not just with large corporates who can afford expensive consultants coming in teams, but actually small guys. So take methodology first. If I go into Google, this is kind of what I see if I type in Agile methodology. So lots of different things for different men and women. Could be lean, Scrum, so some of the concepts of Agile. But I can really take what I want and apply it to my company. Okay, that's fine. That's kind of easy in a way. What's harder is actually thinking about the mindset. Okay, so a really good quote here from Albert Einstein, but it's embracing a different way of thinking about things that can help us. It doesn't matter if you're a startup or you're a Clydesdale Bank or RBS. It's the mindset of the individual that is the birthplace of coming up with new and different things. And this is what we can really help with. But it's not easy at all. There are several barriers that you can face. So whether you're large or small, it can be people, it can be the structure that you've got, so departments not talking to each other at all. It can be lack of time. I haven't got time for it. It could be mindset. It can be legacy, so it's just what has always happened in the company. Why should we change and develop and grow? For big companies and corporates, that can be really, a real hindrance. So when does the magic happen? So I'm leaving you here with some principles. So the first thing is Agile. We'll try new things. So Agile works best when you've got this really open mindset and culture and being able to give it a go, try new different things. So the present here being Starbucks, where they give their customers a chance to try and come up with new ideas and concepts that they test and learn in store in that environment. So the first big principle there. The next one is operating as one. Agile definitely works best when you've got a team there that know each other, that work together, that are from different departments. So here the present being Twitter, where they operate rooftop meetings, they've got a very flat structure. But that supports the whole birthplace and grow bag of Agile being successful, is how they operate as a unit and as one. So again, really important. We'll move fast. So 1 in 5 of us in this audience will buy gluten-free products. Okay, it's a big emerging marketplace. Genius have done really well to adopt that and really embrace it fast. But it's about being quick and rapid, again, not being slow and mundane. It's about taking risks and being brave and going after new trends and just testing, iterating as you go along. It's about making decisions. So if you look at Larry and Sergey in Google, they have very much a structure that supports basically quick decision making and making stuff really quickly. So that helps companies really cut through, again, a lot of the rubbish and support, be able to react fast to trends that are happening in the marketplace. And that's coming from the senior audience as well. But that's really important when it comes to advocating Agile as a methodology. It's being ruthless, it's cutting through the crap. It's avoiding things that are necessary. So when it comes to designing certain elements or feature sets of a customer experience, it's staying true to the ones that you've tested with customers that are important and binning the ones and being ruthless about it, the ones that will make a difference. Okay? So being ruthless again and making those decisions and having that autonomy being important. Chris Froome just won the Tour de France for a 3rd time. Probably good tune for Sports Personality of the Year. But again, David Brailsford, it's about looking at every little element that can make that greater impact. So innovation can relate to processes, just doing stuff differently. For SMEs, they don't get Agile as a word, but they do get thinking differently, doing things differently. And again, that's the principle of what Agile's about. We're in Amazon today. It's madness not to even mention a guy like Jeff Bezos, but it's about putting the customer at the heart of everything. So in projects that we run, we're constantly looking to test and iterate and bringing that customer feedback. We're doing a project with Standard Life a few months ago, but we're out in George Street, Prince Street, filming customers, taking them a concept of a promise and getting feedback and then iterating that the next day. And it's keeping going, being resilient. So Ben there left Google, went to Pinterest, and they had an amazing journey about firstly having the balls to make the jump from Google, getting investment, testing, iterating, and it takes him to where he is today. But being brave as well and making those decisions and working together. But again, I think a good president, whether it be Airbnb, Pinterest, or whatever. So guys, that's me. That's Pechakucha as well. It's been fast, it's been stimulating. Thanks for being a great audience. And if you want to follow up, that's our contact details. Thank you.